Happy Entrepreneurs Day and welcome to Asset IDC's The Redux. On this auspicious day, we shall not just talk to entrepreneurs because that's this cliche at this point, but to some campus entrepreneurs and get some relatable insights. Let's go. Let's meet our guest, shall we? Mr. Krishna Anil Kumar, he was a CS student and founded Crayon Traders Limited and seeks to efficiently modularize e-commerce platforms, connecting the whole of India. Then we have Mr. Nitin E. Matthew. He was a MEC student and founded Organco Interiors, which seeks to design, customize, aesthetic and minimalistic interiors with automation and IoT to create efficient and modern homes. Now that the intros are over, let's meet them, shall we? Hey people, welcome to Redux. I won't be wasting any of your times because you guys are busy people. So let's get to the questions, shall we? Having started one, could you give us some insight about the reality of creating a startup in Kerala?
Well, the reality is not as as we have been heard or as we have seen in Insta stories, like you can chase your passion and just get there easily. It's just grinding continuously on the hope that one day we will achieve our success, achieve what we want. But you just gotta have the strength to push through that phase.
Now, coming to the facilities provided by the government or organization, there are issues with these organizations too. Like they have their own kind of restrictions. So, taking the case of KSM, we can see if we apply for a startup pitching or something, it takes around 3 to 4 months to consider our application. After that much delay, they will call us for a pitching. If we fail to pitch it perfectly, they will reject and we might have to pitch it again after 3 or 4 months. So this time delay is actually a big problem for the startup founders. It takes a lot of time to get into a position. Yeah.
So what can you say about the support provided by our college when it comes to startups and everything?
Okay, about our college, the answer might be very short because they support us very much. And coming to the IDC club, they provide several kind of facilities and everything. And there are several mentors and everyone and faculties for mentoring us.
And for the startups, after IDC, as you know, provides a lot of support. And there's an incubation center funded by KSUM, Kerala Startup Mission, in the college where many startups are running right now from and outside Rajagiri. And also there's an upcoming incubation center coming for the in-campus, like incubation center for the students who are currently studying. Usually only incubation center is only given to people who are from outside. Right now, it's also a new project is coming where studying students can also incubate their startups, and such facilities are provided, and also continuous ideas like Shark Tank events and all are conducted. So that also contributes a lot.
But there are issues with every facility is available. Like if we have to go on our own, we have to start and we shouldn't depend on anyone else. We just have to move on. So I would say we can depend on them for advices or guidances, but never depend on them completely. Just start on our own and move on.
What risks and sacrifices does such a company demand of you?
Risk is huge. Like it's a common word in startup field. Like if you go into the startup field, you invest the money. It's just like any other business. And the problem here is this: you're trying out an idea which nobody has ever tried out, and hence you don't know the outcome. So you just go ahead and hope that this is gonna work. And the risk is huge, definitely huge. We have to give up on some of our luxuries, I guess. Like we have to get out of the comfort zone, get up early, do our stuff, grind continuously for what we believe, what we are working, and all that. That's what we'll have to do.
When it comes to the risk, the first one is the risk of failure. Actually, there is always this kind of risk of failure for every step, because if things didn't go as we planned, so it's kind of free fall. Entrepreneurship is kind of free fall. We are just jumping off the cliff without any kind of parachute or anything. When we love something we do, there is nothing like sacrifice. We have to invest our everything to it. Like it can be our qualities, our time and our effort, everything we have to invest into this.
So how would you describe your experiences while balancing time and effort for college and your company?
Okay, that's the worst thing we have to face. It's kind of headache to manage them both. As we know, there are several assignments, seminar and everything going on for us. so there won't be time for managing our company in parallel.
Well, since I didn't actually have a mentor, I pretty much failed in actually balancing the college and academic times. And once I got into this entrepreneurship field, I figured that, this is what I am good at and this is what I can do in the future. Even though it's a bit hard, it got hard to balance your academics when your in field of interest is completely out of what you're learning. But eventually, if you're actually interested in what you're learning and you're interested in the entrepreneurship field, I think you can find enough time to balance both.
Only pressure, only this time stress and everything can make us better. We can't achieve anything by staying in the comfort zone. So I would say don't even care our studies or anything. Just initiate the process, just start it. Then the pressure will make us better. That's all.
Knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently when you were first starting out?
From when I was starting the startup, I think I would have actually found a mentor first before I went on and did my own stuff. A mentor first, and tried explain my idea to that person, get to know the market more. And these are all we do. We do all these things before we get into the startup field, but when we get into the reality of it, it's more harsh. So you need a person who's already there or already into this thing to actually guide you. So once you have that, then it's a bit more easy to do it. But you need to also, if I could go back, I would actually start the startup a bit more early.
Just if you have a dream or passion for starting up, just give it the first step. Just don't care about how it will go or how it will end. Just it might be a failure or a successful journey, but don't even care about it. Just start it. And so we'll fail 100 times, and on each failure we will learn new things. And also from the next moment we have to start again, and this time we will not be from the scratch. We might have a bit more experience than the last time. When it's time to move on from a startup, don't even wait for it. Like if you think you have learned enough from a company or something, and if you think it won't work, just leave it and start the next one.
Excellent. So that's all the time we got, guys. Thank you people for spending some time with us, and thank you for watching this video till the very end. And like they said, in spite of all the hardships, find your dreams and chase it, because at the end it's gonna be worth it.